we're going to talk about something a little bit different today. You know, I've always felt so blessed in my life. For one thing, my parents read to me from the time I was about 6 months old. We always had access to a library. And for another, as soon as I was able to walk, I would walk next door to my grandparents' house, and I would have breakfast with my grandfather every day. I would sit on the table, he would read a chapter out of the Bible, he would say the same prayer over and over again. And those words, many of those words, are still imprinted in my brain today. What we found out last week at the U.S. Conference of Mayors is that those kinds of experiences are actually part of early childhood education, they're part of kindergarten readiness, and they're part of helping your baby's brain grow to be a learning machine for its entire life, so that your children will all become wonderful, educated, productive adults. We heard from the Institute of Early Learning and Brain Development Research at the University of Washington. She talked about the fact, the ways in which your baby's brain grows, what stages of its first 5 years it's developing the different parts of the brain, whether they control speech or motor or learning or whatever. And she talked about the effect of human contact with babies. And we all know that contact is important. Touching, feeling, but most important is talking to our children. Many people don't necessarily talk to their children, as strange as that seems, or it's simply baby talk. So we need to remind ourselves not to do that. They've also started a program called Vroom. They call it Brain Building Moments. And this is where we all come in. Would we have kept our grandchildren and taken them to preschool or to kindergarten? We talk to them in the car. Did you know that you can make a process out of getting into the car seat? Step number 1 in the process is to open the door of the car. Step number 5 in the process is when the child buckles his seatbelt in his car seat. When we would drive to preschool, we would talk about whether we were going to turn right or to turn left, whether we were going north or south. We also would talk about construction and other things that we saw on the way. I'll bet a lot of you know that there's one street where the people who live on that street have a goose. And every year, every month, that goose has on a different set of clothing. Vroom also includes a box that they send to parents who sign up. And we're not going to send you out a box because the message is so simple. The parents receive the box in the mail, they open the box, and there's nothing in there but a mirror. Because, as Vroom says, all it takes is you. Moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, cousins, whoever you're looking for, all our little people need is us to talk to them. So happy talking, Rancho Cordova. Let's grow our children to be the most wonderful, educated, productive people and enjoy living here in Rancho Cordova.